Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Long day. That's going to be a long day.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Oh, it's a 6. Pull it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Gets it to Meredith, complete. Well, he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Run the base. Check. Set up. Run it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Squeeze, double.
He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like they had green on that play.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Kill. Hey, kill. 47. Mike's 50.
Here I come.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50.
Prescott from the gun. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 62 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check 99.
Back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And Walker has it. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
14, Saints 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Kamara. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taylor now returning it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Taylor. And some space here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 30. Past the 20. 10. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Kill.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go.
Now Prescott. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Check out. Hey, kill. Here we go, 46. Gun.
Reset. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Here we go, 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. 9 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. 59 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got? Sponge. No. 47. So we're going to 53.
Check 4.
Now Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
54 Mike.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
All day. Any day.
Mike 55. Man, that's trash.
Here's 2nd and 8. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 55. Hey, come on now, come on now. Mike 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, what?
They're going to look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught at the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Kill. We're going to 54. One here. Check it. We're going to 54. Going to 54.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Defense wins championship, baby.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Mike 50. Under. Watch the screen.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, alert 3.
There we go. Kill.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to Ends up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
55's Mike, guys, 55. Come on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got Smith here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Here we go with Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Mike, 5-5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he locates Walker, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do
The
this.
third quarter of play with the score Cowboys 35.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Switch.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Get out there.
25-yard line.
We're going to 53.
Prescott to throw this time. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll set up to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action now. Prescott letting one go deep. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
I got you. I got you. Shift. Watch the shift. 66. Bullet. High. Alert 3. High 7.
2nd and 13. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. To return is Taylor. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. The Raiders have widened their lead even further. A win would be their first of the young season. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And Walker has it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Cowboys, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to